Our partnership may have rested for a while, pero the fact that your organization still put high premiums sa kahalagahan ng pangalaga sa mga katulad po ninyo na kahit mga Christians na hindi exempted from being intoxicated, stressed, ang mga relationships ay na damaged at may mga problematic coping mechanisms, no, kahit kami mga counselors ay hindi exempted from anxiety, depression at patong-patong. At from time to time, it's good that sabi ng DOH, ang tawag dito ay democratization. Pag sinabing democratization, lahat daw ng mga kawani at mga aspeto ng ating lipunan ay merong commitment to periodically talk about mental health. Otherwise, nako, we will be in danger dahil tawag dito, the threats of mental health remains to be very, ano pa rin dito, very threatening. I'm not sure kung ilan po sa inyo ngayon ang merong may mga issues o parang you're here basically para mamaon na tawag dito. You're very aware that you're suffering from symptoms pero you're trying to deny it kasi nga halimbawa um, like over spiritualize, for example. May mga ganyan kasi tayong cases nowadays. That's why it's making it even difficult for some people, no, including those na nasa community of faith. No, that's why the presentation today is called Thrive, meaning it's more than just surviving, a holistic. Okay, you're very aware with holistic, the concept of holistic, approach to wholeness and wellness in the ministry and workplace, including CBN Asia 700 Club. Let me just share this with you. I hope you'll be able to see that very clear in your screen. If may mga psych majors dito, o kaya may background in psychology, you're familiar that meron tayong Bible, quote-unquote Bible, ang tawag ay DSM-4, DSM-5. Hello, Marivic, I see you. And then it's called, may tinatawag kasing dysthymia doon o persistent depressive disorder. Ito ay isang moderate type of depression daw na kapag ka-feeling na isang tao, manggagawa, regardless of Christian o hindi Christian, ang buhay niya ay repetitive, cyclical, boring, or monotonous. Ayun. No, meron ba dito sa CBN Asia na ganyan? Feeling mo, in the last 2 weeks at least, your life is very predictive, monotonous, boring, and cyclical. Meron na bang ganyan? Okay. Tapos it goes side by side with the symptoms that are not so common. Ibig sabihin, unusual mga routines and patterns that you may be categorized as having symptoms of this moderate type of depression called dysthymia. Ito ay hindi pinagsasawalang bahala kasi pwede siyang lumala o pwedeng mag-exhibit ng mga threatening mga symptoms at mga signs. Now, sa mga young people naman, specifically the Gen Zs, ang tawag dito sa mga Gen Zs, yung boring, baka daw yung boses monotonous, pwede rin 'yon. Na parang robotic, hindi ba, no? Tama, Ezekiel. I accept that, when you're taking calls, monotonous, walang empathy, at walang masyadong high, mapipil niyo yun kayo na nasa voice ministry, calls ministry. You would know if you have just been doing this no on a very monotonous, lifeless. Okay, sa mga Gen Zs naman, may tinatawag na languishing na akala ng US ay isang uri ng depression o burnout, but when they looked at it, Gen Zs born 1997 to 2012, they thought it was depression or burnout, but when they studied again, ito yung grupo ng mga younger workforce na they feel stuck and stagnated, no? Para siyang first degree cousin din dyan ng dysthymia, pero they have been working day to day, they're trying to be productive, but they don't sense that feel of movement, no? Yun yung dyan, yun yung mga features niyan, hindi talaga siya depression per se, but it's a psychological state na tinatawag na languishing. Tingnan niyo maigi yan, baka mamaya you're just moving pero feeling mo you're still empty and stagnated. Anong pandemic, nakakatuwa naman sa Psychological Association of the Philippines. This is a very comforting realization na may tinatawag pala tayong existential anxiety at depression that even counselors like me and pastors like me, at even kayo din ng mga Christians, baka nga may mga pastors wife diyan, pastors' wives at mga nasa ministry ay hindi exempted sa tinatawag na moderate type of depression na ito, na existential anxiety and depression. Ito daw yung mga moments that even people like us ay we tend to struggle or wrestle and speculate whether yung ministries at buhay ba natin in general would have meaning, a sense of purpose, direction or value. No? Let's just be honest with ourselves kasi kung minsan yung cyclical, yung boring, yung parang walang masyadong movement or amusement is leading us to even question why are we bakit ba tayo nagtsatsaga, no? Sa ganitong klaseng hirap ng trabaho o kaya ay parang taking calls after calls na mga very burdensome o kaya ay parang nakaka-deplete, hindi ba? Kapag hindi natin maalala, why are we here? Why are you staying in this special kind of ministry? You may probably be struggling with, oh, good for you, Darlene. Pastor's wife pero hindi stress. Sana all. No? So maybe struggling with this type of depression called existential. Pero ang sabi po ng PAP rito, don't be too alarmed kasi it may happen to everyone. Tsaka ano lang siya, parang passing stage lang siya at mabilis tayong makaka-bounce back. Now, I'm supposed to ask you kung what stresses you. Halimbawa, ngayon, pwede siguro 30 seconds. Can you please type sa screen what stresses you lately? And when I say lately, in the last 7 days lang. Ayan, all price hike, Coach Angel. Sige. What stresses you lately? Maliban dyan sa work, halimbawa, so Maya is stressing Roxanne. Ganun ba? Ay, hindi. Joke lang yun, ano. Sige, what stresses you lately? Sobrang init ng panahon. Ay, Pastor Jim, hello. Parenting. Yeah, parenting can be very stressful at times, no? Price increase, overpricing ang gulay. Ayan. Janet Jackson. Maiksing tulog, recto, traffic, night shift, transitions, gasoline, finances, health. Maingay na kapitbahay na wala sa tono at wala pa sa timing. Nag-welding sa paligid kahapon sa amin, nagkakapintero, mga nagmamarites. Sige, what stresses you pa? Mahal yung mga bilihin, very good. Dami, hindi ba? Manok na tilaok ng tilaok. Anong kakainin sa lunch everyday? Wow, laki ng problema nun. Baon ng mga anak, overwhelming activities, overlapping. Minsan nagsasabay-sabay, no? Na parang sabi nga nila minsan ay no, sometimes when it rains, it pours, parang ganun, o backache, no? Mga ang dami. So, ang mahalaga dito, we are able to identify what usually stresses us. O, di ba? Pang-araw-araw yan or weekly o parang recurring, hindi ba? So, pag yan ang pag-uusapan natin, ilalapat natin ngayon dyan yung mga doable, mga holistic at practical pathways to wellness and wholeness. Okay. My friends sa CBN Asia, this slide is specifically just to give you a little warning or parang encouragement, no? That the mental health issues, specifically yung anxiety, in depression and self-harm and suicide, ang pinaka-root niyan ay when a person is unable to manage yung mga stressors niya leading to burnout. Okay, let me say that again ha. Ang tawag namin dito sa counseling at psychotherapy, trajectory. So a person will not automatically parang think of suicide or not even self-harm na basta-basta na lang. May pinagdadaanan siya. Meron siyang current stressor at napabayaan niya. A person's inability to manage yung kanyang mga stresses, no, leading to burnout, no, at lahat ng taong may ganyan ay merong may anxiety at pag ito ay nag-snowball, napabayaan, may mga symptoms ng depression, at lahat ng nagkakos ng self-harm at thoughts of suicide at bago mag-eventual suicide, ay ito yung yung progression niyan. So sinasabi ko lang, ang ganitong klaseng mga webinar at mga psychoeducative programs natin is very 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 essential, no? Kasi you will not wait until you become exhibitor ng mga symptoms ng depression and anxiety leading to thoughts of suicide. Kung kaya naman natin siyang maalagaan o parang mabantayan, ma-manage sa lens pa lang ng stress. You know this very well, especially kayo ng mga matatagal na, sila Pastor sila Pastor James, sila and all that, nakilala ko na. Yeah, yung lower back pains, yes, you're right, yung mga lack of sleep, ayan, hindi makatulog, yung paputol-putol, mga intermittent sleep, yan actually ay features, no? Alam naman natin kapag ang isang tao ay stress, ay may kasalukuyan siyang no? May pinagdadaan ng problem, tensions, conflicts, lahat yan, pagtaas ng presyo, inability to manage the finances, bills to pay, relationships that are, hampered o kaya ay parang may mga tensions, ano? At pag naipon niya mga ganyan mga problematic situation, ang tawag dyan ay burnout. Okay? Kaya nga cumulative stress and work with people over time. Kaya ayan, pag yung mga magwala tayong masyadong awareness ay burnout ang ating labas. Kaya minsan sa mga working people, ang nangyayari ngayon diyan ay resignation. O, di ba? Hindi na medyo impulsive decision 'yon. At ang pinaka-extreme na feature ng stress ay fatigue. Ito yung katawan, ito na ayaw nang bumangon. At ang katawan ay samot-samot na yung mga nararamdaman na abnormalities na kadalasan ay medication na at pinupull out no sa kanilang mga respective workplaces kasi hindi na conducive at hindi na nakakapag-deliver. No, hindi lang basta robotic yung boses when taking calls but galit na no o kaya rang aggression na, volatility na ang tawag natin doon. No? May tinatawag din tayong compassion fatigue, no? Tayo na nasa ministry, ako bilang pastor, counselor, kayo po na mga prayer warriors, mga coaches, kayo po na ang expectation ay dapat, no? O yung rude agent, yeah, that's a good term, ha? It's good to acknowledge that, no? Tayo na nasa ministry ng dispensing compassion ay hindi exempted from this, no? Ang compassion fatigue tinatawag din po siyang the cost of caring. Yan. Yung bigay ka ng bigay samantalang di-deplete ka na pala o wala mga periodic time to be replenished, hindi ba? Ay anyways, ang compassion fatigue is something that we need to recognize, no? Kasi ito ay isang state of physical na may nararamdaman tayo sa katawan, tayo emotional, hindi natin ma-regulate yung ating feelings at there are imbalances na diyan. At psychological exhaustion, meaning even yung how the brain operates, no? Iyan ang epekto ng compassion fatigue resulting from chronic, intense exposure to others, trauma or suffering. My friends, pag sinabing chronic, sabi ng psychology, ay mga twice a week na nagre-recur yan. No, parang at least twice a week inaatake ka niya na parang feeling mo na ayaw mo na, mga biophysical complaints, tapos ay you're not able to understand or manage your emotions and draw boundaries. Yan. Depends mo lagi yung galit, no? At saka yung parang mga inis, irritation. At even the brain is not capable of functioning anymore. No? Bakit ba nangyayaring compassion fatigue for people like us? Kadalasan ito ay nangyayari from nag-overextend tayo ng empathy at hindi nagkakaroon ng replenishment and balance. And more specifically, no, kapag tayo ay nasa ministry nang nagsusupport tayo ng mga tao na may mga karamdaman, sakit, problema, nagpapapray, hindi ba? Tapos when people would call you na sila ay suicidal, no, at parang you take another calls naman, may mga major depressive disorder, o kaya ay parang may mga scandalous o minsan may mga I remember, nalala ko dati sinashare ni Coach Merly na meron pa mga callers daw, totoo ba ito, mga fellow ministers sa CBN na yung parang parang sexting o parang nag-i-insinuate ng mga sexual mga messages on the phone. Meron yan, yung mga parang mga lascivious, mga messages, meron niya at Marivic, no? Meron, no? Naalala ko, kinukwento ni yan ni Coach Merly dati, mga obscene calls, thank you, ha? So, you're really receiving calls like that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, pero you must have developed a lot of skills, nor even sa US account, Pastor Jim. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So you're very aware. So kung may nangyayari pa rin yan, how unfortunate that people would even use of your time when in fact those time precious time should be spent on helping the ones who are really vulnerable. So another question pa dyan is parang how do you take that, how do you handle that, hindi ba ang ano yan. So anyway, this yung pag-take ng mga obscene calls na ito ay may guidelines saying, oh, hello Coach Daniel, yung ganitong yung ganitong mga scenarios are one of the real issues na nagko-contribute sa pagkakaroon ng pagsasuffer from compassion fatigue. However, ang challenge kasi dito, it's almost impossible, my friends, to continue with our ministry and jobs, no, specialized ministries, kung we're running out of compassion. Kasi iba naman siguro maganda lang tayo ano, maging accountant na lamang o maging karpintero na lamang o mag-welding na lang, hindi ba? Sapagkat yun walang masyadong emotions na requirement. Pero we're here no? We're operating on a purpose. So, how do we wrestle with this? Anong gagawin ngayon natin diyan? So tingnan niyo po ito ha, everyone. Oh, may mga protocols, may mga mga boundaries at may mga ano tayo ano. Oh, my friends, tingnan niyo ito mga common effects ha. Naubusan lang ng English. Okay, kasi yung mga taga-US ano, anyways. Thank you po for your active engagement and na-appreciate ko 'yan kasi at least hindi boring or hindi kayo basta passively listening lang. Oh, my friends, I'll be on this slide, I will be sharing with you yung mga common at mga usual effects po ng mga pinag-uusapan natin. Compassion fatigue, existential anxiety, depression, languishing, stress, burnout, fatigue, at dysthymia. Okay? So halimbawa, in the last 2 weeks, do you realize na nagiging consistent yung mga symptoms ng anxiety at depression sa inyo? Pwede ko po bang i-assume na kahit pa paano meron kayong basic foundation what is anxiety at depression? So, yung mga sintomas niyan may be recurring or nag-escalate. Ang ano natin, ang timeline po natin ay 2 weeks ha. O in the last 2 weeks, do you realize that you're going through loneliness, you're becoming frustrated and easily agitated or irritated? Ayan, that's also one. No, mabilis kang mapikon, sumabog, magalit, no, mag-leave the group, leave the chat, no? Ayan, ganyan. Tapos pangatlo, do you recognize and would you acknowledge that you're beginning to entertain, no? Mga harmful diversions, halimbawa ay overindulgence to K-drama at mga Netflix series when you're supposed to just watch one episode so that you get to sleep. Pero hindi, nakakalima ka. Realize mo, 4:00 na. Ayan, no? Ano pa ba yung mga ano diyan? Yung too much browsing, too much cellphones, no? Too much engagement sa social media. Yung pala yun ay isang tawag ng smartparenting.com doon ay rapid toggling. No, isang uri ng unmindful um use kaka-cellphone, yeah, totoo 'yon. Ayan isang mga diversions 'yan, no? Actually without us realizing pero kasi nga we're stressed or we're going through something. Okay, the fourth. In the last 2 weeks, would you recognize and acknowledge that you are boundarying, no, sa mga symptoms ng helplessness at hopelessness? Feeling mo ay you're not effective anymore? Halimbawa, you feel like resigning o doom scrolling. Thank you ha. So yung helplessness at hopelessness na yan, parang feeling mo ay your situation, whether related sa professional work mo sa CBN Asia or family or personal issues mo ay no one will be able to understand, nothing can be done about it. Oh, medyo delikado ng konti 'yan. Kasi yan ay mga pa-escalate from moderate to severe depression. In the last 2 weeks, do you feel that you're being disconnected? O kaya ay parang may problema ka sa interpersonal mo. Tingnan niyo ito maigi ha. Kahit po yung mga Christian organizations nangyayari ito. May nagiging relationally deficit sila with their fellow Christians. Lalo kayo, hindi naman po kayo magkakaano. Oy, hello Van. Lalo ka po kayo, hindi naman kayo magkaka-church lahat, hindi ba? Na so tendency niyan ay may mga ipon, may mga baon, may mga kargayan ng mga past issues o mga recent na mga encounters na nagdudulot nagfo-fuel ng pagiging deficit natin, no? So people who struggle with that may not just be parang harboring this but actually those can be features of these mental health issues that we're talking about. Okay? Ano pa ba? Ayan, poor performance at work. Ayan, hindi ko po alam, nag-rating ba kayo sa CBN Asia? Do you evaluate one another? I'm sure may mga performance appraisals kayo dyan. Hindi ba? Ay, baka may ini-evaluate kayo. May mga consistent na late. Mga consistent na may mga memo. Ano pa, hindi rin may mga hindi makarelate. So parang praise God sa mga hindi. May mga karga, no? May mga bigat, may mga hanash. Ano pa? In the last 2 weeks, kahit natutulog na kayo, kahit may tulog kayo ng tulog pero pagod pa rin, in the last 2 weeks, you feel like you have not fully rested, no? Tapos, you become pessimistic o lagi kang negative. May nakapanaginip, totoo yun. No? Yung mga dreams can also be, should also be assessed. Hindi, hindi interpretation, but analyze, no? Si Sigmund Freud, mga perspective niya dyan. Kasi our dreams are subconscious representation of our conscious self. Pag napapanaginipan, ay mga repressed, mga suppressed feelings, emotions, and desires. Ayan ha, di ba? Yung lumalabas sa panaginip, galit, mga sexual fantasies, at mga kung ano naman. Dapat ano yun, especially kung nag-recur at least 2 times. Yan yung mga messages of the self. O meron halimbawa ba dito po sa CBN Asia ay nagiging very critical. Meron ba dito? Sana wala naman, no? Meron ba ditong walang nakitang, lahat na lang nakita niya pangit, lahat ng nakita niya may imperfections, wala na siyang nakitang maganda. O by the way, sa lens ng psychology at mental health, yan ay isang uri po ng isang manifestation o symptom. O, very critical at ito magagalitin. Meron ba diyan matapang? Dito, halimbawa, sa halip na may nagdi-dispense ng compassion at empathy ay laging pasigaw, pagalit, patapang. Eh baka kailangan nating ipadala yan sa no, sa Iran para mag-peace negotiate at dun sa Middle East sa Strait of Hormuz para mamagitan no sa mga ships na dumadaan doon, yung mga tapang-tapangan. Baka kailangan niya mag-ship, hindi na sa prayer center ng CBN Asia. Kaya dali-padala po siguro natin yun ngayon doon, no? O meron din ba dito na nagiging impulsive na sa decision making? Yung mga laglutang na, sabaw. Nako, hello Lynn. Naalala ko yung mga familiar names, no? O meron ba dito? May mga lutang na at sabaw na parang mga zombie na. Ayan na. Nako, Ginoo. Sabi nga ng mga Bisaya, no? Ayan ay resulta din that you are not okay. Ang madami, sabi ni Carissa, agoy. So tamang-tama sa atin ang pinag-uusapan natin ng mga symptoms pa. Ito ay ilan lamang sa mga symptoms na specifically tailored sa trabaho po natin, no? Tayo na ganito yung helping, specialized helping ministry, no? And et cetera, et cetera. Alam niyo bang sa US at sa Canada, may mga most prized na trees sila, ang tawag mga sequoia trees. At apparently, ito pala ay kailangan ng mga 10 to 12 people para maghawak-hawak ng kamay para paligiran o yakapin ng isang mature na sequoia trees. Ang pinakamatanda yatang trees na yan ay umabot ng 3,000 plus years na existing pa rin siya ngayon. At kinoconsider po sila bilang isa sa pinakamamahaling uri ng kahoy o lumber sapagkat sila ito nagtatribe sila sa mountaintop sa pinakatuktok ng mga kabundukan at sila yung sumasalag ng malalakas na hangin, mga bagyo, no? Alam niyo ang ano dito, sabi ng mga studies, no, when they studied ano meron ng mga sequoia trees, bakit sila pinakamahal, bakit sila pinaka-prized, ano? When they studied yung ilalim niyan, they found out na yung pala mga ugat nila ay very intertwined, interrelated, no? Na kapag sila ay nayayanig, kapag sila ay problematic, kapag sila ay parang bombarded or threatened by the strong winds that would try to topple them down, the more that they no intertwine yung kanilang mga roots. Parang sinasabi na kapit lang besh, kaya natin to besh. No, iba inuugat lang. No? O walang ka-holding hands yun lang. Sige po, magsabi lang po kayo dyan, papunta po ako ng Italy 2 weeks from now at baka kailangan niyo po ng mga Italian naging matchmaking webinar pa ito, no? Sige, medyo may mga edad. Gusto niyo po ba na medyo may edad? Out of context na to, ano? So anyways, so yun, no, yung sikreto pala nila, they make sure that they get to support one another. Actually, ang ito pong illustration na ito ay may kinalaman sa pag-promote po ng pag-realize at promotion ng tinatawag natin na holistic resiliency. No, sa holistic resiliency ay inaalala po natin na ito ay may kinalaman sa how do you look at things. We call that perspective, no? And then we go back to our purpose and values, no? At least mamaya na yung strength, ano? Ano nga ba yung purpose mo? Why you're still inuugat sa CBN Asia, no? You're still there, ano? O tapos, ito naman, meron tayong mga psychoeducative seminars para ma-enrich ang ating awareness, nagiging emotionally resilient at mentally resilient, na hindi tayo basta-basta nagiging impulsive. And then we try to maximize yung energy natin sapagkat hindi lahat ay papatulan natin. We draw some boundaries and last but not the least, no, yung particularity natin sa pagkakapit-kapit kagaya ng mga ugat ng mga sequoia trees o connectedness. Those are very important. Now, sabi ng True Work Wellness, paano ba natin sa CBN Asia, how do we enhance yung mga employee well-being through resiliency? Ang proposal po nila ngayon dyan ay kailangan po, we have to create mga activities and programs to strengthen yung mga workplace and ministry relationships natin. Okay? I'm sure nag-team building kayo dyan, you eat together, at marami pong iba. Pangalawa po ay, ang tawag dito ay reframing o eustress, hindi ba? Na titingnan natin ng mga bagay-bagay na hindi automatically problematic, no? Sa yung tawag ni prism, triangular prism 'yan sa mga equipment 'yan sa science o sa laboratory, ano? Looking at things differently, may mga constructive perspective tayo. May i-discuss yan, ano ba yung eustress, ay, tsaka yung reframing. And then, foster adaptability. No, halimbawa, sino ba mga pagsasabing puputok pala bigla ang gera o the tension diyan sa Middle East involving Israel at US, and how is this tension affecting us all? Whether we like it or not, anong nangyari ngayon sa atin diyan, mag-a-adjust tayo, mag-a-adapt, magka-carpooling, mag-work from home yung iba, magtitipid, no? Kahit mahal ang presyo ng gulay, bibili natin yung mga mura na lang muna ngayon, sayote, talong, may mga mura diyan, no, mga magtanim tayo ng mga malunggay sa paligid, talbos ng kamote. So mag-a-adjust tayo, no? Tapos halimbawa sa workplaces ay we educate ourselves, no? O panay sabi nga na Eileen, sanay na sa adjustment. Very good. Big sabihin, adaptability is at the core of your uh, life as a person, as a professional. Mag-a-adjust whether we like it or not. Otherwise, may iwan talaga tayo. And then develop emotional intelligence. Pag sinabi nating emotional intelligence, we get to be fully equipped. Mayroon tayong awareness, and then we replenish yung empathy, and then we put high premium and capitalize yung mga relationships that are encouraging, not mga positive. Sa halip na we always get to parang expose and bring our bodies close to people na alam mo naman toxic. May mga ganyan kasi talaga yan no? Unahin ang sarili, sabi ni Mavic, and then create a resilient workplace culture. Ayan, katulad po nito, meron tayong mga webinar, merong employees assistance program. Halimbawa, meron kayong hotline na pwedeng tawagan, and then mag-a-avail kayo ng mga talk therapy. Tapos, magkikreate tayo ng mga psychological safety, which I will be mentioning later on. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, may naka-integrate, may mga uh, in place tayo ng mga programs that everyone can avail kapag ka-feeling natin ay medyo things are going out of bounds na. No? Pag-uusapan natin yan. And then of course, self-care. No? Kahit ano mangyari, you only have one body. We only have one self. No? At walang ibang mga alaga sa sarili mo, lalo na yung mga single dyan na nagpe-pray pa rin. Tandaan nyo 2 tao lang meron sa mundong ito, mga taga-CBN Asia, there are only 2 kinds of people in this world. Number 1, the married ones, and then the number 2 are the intelligent ones. So if you're not married, you are intelligent. So encouragement yan sa mga nagpe-pray pa. Pray without ceasing. Very good. Sige, make sense natin yan. In the ones lang. So pag hindi ka pa married, wala pa, just realize, acknowledge, I am an intelligent person. Yari ako sa mga may asawa na, So, find ways how to to be creative in taking care of yourself. Okay, sige, standby lang sa mga single dyan at gusto magkaroon ng penpal, sa Canada. And then, celebrate successes, pwede mga daily wins, daily commitment to top the self, parang congratulate yourself. An ice cream, halimbawa sa uncle dyan, o kaya isang siomai sa kanto, o kaya isang lugaw with egg after your work, 'di ba? Yung ganun. Ako katulad kagabi, I was very intoxicated sa dami ng work. Alam ko kasi ang aking parang when I get tired, I need a good ramen. O meron ba dito mahilig sa ramen? Ramen therapy, siomai lang, very good. O Sunwig Light Coffee. Thank you, Jessamar. No. Sino dito ang ang therapy niya ang ramen, mga sabaw. Ice cream, si Van, oh. Okay. Ano pa? Dapat may ganun tayo mga food na. O yun, ramen, ramen, ramen. Mag-fellowship tayo. Si VL. Ayun, very good. Ramen for life. Yan, ice cream. File ng VL. Halo-halo. Yeah. Mm. Napakasarap. Anyways, at least alam po natin parang what can we offer or treat ourselves after going through a very strenuous, uh, laborious day. No? A little tap yan. Hey, congratulate yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Kaya minsan weekly o kapag payday, no? Pork sinigang. Sige. Pag payday, you need to treat yourself then. Kasi some days are very, very hard, no? Nakagutom, nawala antok ko nga. Totoo naman talaga yan. And then ayan na, vacation for some people. Makes sense, no? Kayo naman, pag mag-vacation kayo, yung ginagawa, pupunta sa malaking lugar, matutulog lang. Pupunta ng Vietnam, tulog lang din. Pupunta ng Singapore, tulog lang din. Dumayo pa sa ibang bansa, para doon lang matulog. But anyways, find ways, no? As their budget would permit. You know, I remember nung bago ako mag-graduate sa ATS, isa sa mga naging favorite book ko ito, no? Joy at Work, Dennis Baki. Ang discussion niya lang naman dito, he was warning everyone na if there should be one reason that will propel or fuel you to resign from your work, actually, ay hindi pala yung lack of sweldo eh. Hindi pala yung parang whatever, no, parang climbing at the top, no. Actually, it's the joy, no, yung concept ng joy. Are you still happy? O may sense of purpose ka ba? Are you aware that the Lord permits you to stay in this kind of work, no, sa inyong mga prayer being coaches at mga prayer counselors at warriors na this is something that you are called to do, no? At saka merong alam mong sense of satisfaction, alam mong nire-replenish ka at may mga approval si God, no? Kahit may mga problems, obscene calls, mga one threatening calls after another, but you know that the provisions of God for you in this kind of work is replenishing the joy na nawawala kung minsan. So, bubula yan. Grabe. I like the humor. Oo. So, pabulain natin yan para maging maglaro-laro So joy is something, no? It really matters in our workplace. And I hope, no, meron tayong commitment niyan to ask the Lord na i-replenish lagi yan. Alam niyo po, hindi nabanggit sa aking meron akong regular stint sa 702 DZAS at alam niyo yung mga prayer dahil nga may mga nawawalan ng staff lately at in the last few months, so nagmo-multiple jobs yung iba, nag-over, hindi overtime o tawad o parang thank you, no? So, ang nangyayari ngayon, ang prayer po nila doon ay parang, Lord, replenish the joy sa work. Kasi pag there's too much work to do, di ba? Natatreten yung joy eh. Di ba? Natatreten yung joy. So parang hinihingila karamihan ng mga naging kaibigan ko doon, Lord, replenish the joy. Ultimate joy at work. Thank you, Don Ana. And may tinatawag din tayong psychological safety. Anong psychological safety? Diyan sa inyong interpersonal work. Alam, hindi naman kayo lagi nakikita lahat-lahat, di ba? Parang may shifting kayo. Tama ba? Yeah, the joy of the Lord is my strength. Thank you, Coach Angel. Sa Lord ng galing yan. So, itong psychological safety, actually, ito isang working environment na meron sa CBN Asia. Dapat una, people are capable or allowed to voice their opinions. Okay, may konti tayong dyan. Pero hindi, just because you can, it doesn't mean you should. Okay? Maaring hindi porke sinabi psychological safety na pwede ka mag-voice ng opinion, but it has to be done and delivered with love. Okay? So hindi pwedeng prangka kasi ako straightforward ako, hindi. Sabi ng Bible, no? It has to be done and said with love, with gentleness, with grace. Okay, o kaya may mga boss, superior na intoxicated na pala, no? Pag nagbababa ng mga memo ay minsan the relationships are kasi hampered o kaya ay parang threatened. So everyone is allowed to share yung kanilang mga thoughts, opinions and feelings, and that should be accommodated. Okay, sa psychological safety yan. Pangalawa, if we are 112 ngayong sa webinar na ito, ibig sabihin there are 112 different personalities coming together to learn from this webinar. Pero we're good, no? Pero pag nag-work na tayo, no, may varying opinions, perspectives and values, no? May mga sabaw, may mga lutang, may mga lonely, may mga desiring, may mga nabibigyan ng memo. So pag nagsama-sama tayo ay medyo challenge 'yon. Pero sa psychological safety, normalize that there will be times and situations that you will disagree. So agree to disagree, no, at times. Kasama talaga siya. So wag nating kahit tayo Christians, 'di ba, sa mga churches nangyayari din 'yan sa mga board meetings. sa mga ministry groups, daming ganyan. Ako bilang pastor, kotang-kota dyan at makakapalpitate oftentimes. Ayan. Pangatlo, in our work, no, kung minsan pag nag-execute tayo at nagpaplano, nag-strat plan ay kaya para nag-execute, nag-implement na may mga risk, may mga mistakes. But no, this is to let you know, ano, mistakes are not meant to be repeated over and over. Ang tawag doon ay stupidity. No, sorry sa word ha. No, kapag alam mo ng mali, wag mo nang ipilit. Pag alam mo ng bawal, wag mo nang bigyan ng dahilan, no? So, ayun yun. We have to learn from the mistakes. Collective agreement yan. Halimbawa sa grupo ninyo na okay, hindi na pwede, wag nating ipilit, wag tigas ulo. No, marami nagsasuffer. Pero kung minsan may mga race, it's better to have tried and failed than to have not tried at all. Yan, may mga perspective ng ilang mga ano yan, ng mga leaders. And then kapag ka naman may mga general ano tayo no sa psychological safety, maliban sa pag-verbalize sa kanilang opinions and thoughts and feelings, it's also helpful that they get to participate in the decision making. They will be asked, hindi ba? So exciting 'yan. No, one of my favorite verses ay yung sa Second Corinthians, no, 4, no, sabi niya that's why we never give up, no? Ito ay resiliency, psychological safety at and other factors related to it. The Almighty and unchanging God is actually actively engaged in transforming the lives of His people. It pertains to us, no? It also pertains to our hope, no, na sa mga taong kinakausap natin, maybe it's just a one-time call or parang second time or third time, pero alam mo na we are becoming instruments and mouthpieces of our gods to propose, to promote, no, and to change and transformation. That's why sabi ni Paul dito, that's why we never give up, though our bodies are dying or being deprived of sleep at may mga psychosomatic symptoms na tayo, our spirits are being renewed every day. And God, yun ang ano trabaho ni God, no? Especially to those people like you and like me who desires nothing but to make sense of our giftings, passion, commitment, specialized calling, values, no? To honor the Lord while we can. Because darating yung panahon, tama yan, ito yung pwede, ipipilitin natin sa hermeneutics ay mga forced hermeneutics, no? Exegesis. Pwede, no? So, yun, yung the integration at saka yung parang realization that God is in a serious business of transforming people, you and me, no? Sa ganitong klaseng challenging and yet impactful uh, ministry. Would you think you would need ano parang at least 3-minute break ganyan o gusto mong magtuloy-tuloy na tayo for the interest of time? 3-minute break. Some of you can go to Mall of Asia, to Mega Mall, to Podium. May gusto bang ano? 3 minute or 5 minute? Liz, what do you think?
5 minutes
Mamalengke,
is
tama.
okay po.
5 minutes,
Five
okay. Sige.
minutes. Yes po.
Okay, kain, mag-hot noodles o mag-Italy. Tara, ano, no? Sige, mag-coffee po tayo. Actually, I have coffee here with me, second serving. O sige, let's have 5-minute break and I'll see you after a short while.
Thank you po, Pastor.
Thank you also. See you later. Oh, back to the beat na daw, sabi po ng ating ano, ng isang coach natin. Very good, you know how to honor time. No? Anyways, thank you po. I hope you're ano no, you're learning and enjoying so far. Kasi sayang naman yung pagsasama natin ng almost 2 hours if we're not getting the most out of this ano. Inalu balababa. Thank you. Si Dina naalala ko enjoying. Yes. We hope to ano ito pa sa second half na ito. Um, the practical ones naman. So parang ano ha, I hope no this will really six May Tan. Hello po, May Sister May no. I really hope itong second half will equally be meaningful, insightful and helpful for you. Kasi feeling ko nakaka-relate, hindi lang feeling ko, I have a strong ano na belief na yung relatability ng mga trabaho po natin ay ano in place naman. Okay. Itong second half, mga practical, holistic, mga psychological, spiritual proposals mula sa isang practitioner like me at what does the Bible say about this? At yung mga experiential, no? At mga integrated, rolled into one, drawn from our 11 years of running our counseling and training center. May trabaho pa tayo, tama yan. Okay. So, let's start with work-life balance. No, sabi ni Miss Elisa, ito ay isang ano ay isa sa mga highlights ng ating discussion today. No, let's define ano no itong what is work-life balance. Ito yung balancing ugnayan sa pagitan ng trabaho at personal na buhay, kabilang ng pamilya, kalusugan at mga hilig o mga pleasures. So, gusto ko to sa English, yan, yung pleasures, desires. So, in other words, kung intindihin natin siya, there has to be a point of equilibrium. BL. Oo nga, pwede. Why not? No? Basta maximize at saka i-kalendaryo. No? No? There has to be a balance or equilibrium to making sense of your need to work diligently, yung personal life mo, whether ikaw ay married or single pa rin, dar intelligent ka nga, di ba? Tapos, yung even yung health mo, may particularity dyan. At yung mga bagay that will give you sense of entertainment and amusement. Kasi may mga bagay kang gawin to still enjoy life. Alam nyo ba, isa sa mga ano namin ngayon, advocacy sa Amara, sa mental health, ay yung quality life. Let me say that again, quality life. No, but that is not a license or a license for everyone na gawin yung mga bagay na gusto mo na lang. So hindi totoo sa atin yung follow your heart because the heart remains to be deceitful. So may mga ano yan, may mga perspectives so na mga desires that are okay, morally acceptable. So babalansin natin yung mga bagay na yan. So yung harmony ng mga very important aspects and facets of our life should be maintained. No, we need to work. Otherwise, pag hindi tayo mag-work, paano tayong papakain? Kayo ng mga breadwinners at may mga dependent, hindi ba? Pero hindi ibig sabihin, wala ka ng particularity sa kalusugan, sa sinasabi ng katawan, yung mga relationships sa family or sa family of origin mo o nuclear family mo na kung minsan ay na ano term dyan, Eunice? Ano pang isang term dyan? Sige. Na kung minsan ay na-overlook natin. Sige nga, let me hear your thought about that. So, present ni Pastor Archie ngayon, mga holistic tips for work-life balance. Okay, sige, let me continue. Una, um, setting healthy boundaries. Yun, hindi lang basta boundaries, okay? But healthy boundaries. Okay, what do we mean? No, healthy boundaries. Una, it's okay to say no. Halimbawa, o duty mo bukas, no. Hindi naman ganun, no? O parang overtime ka, no. Okay, so you know what I mean na pwede ba maging tayo? No. No sometimes are actually good to practice kasi bahagi ito ng commitment mo to other very important facets of your life. I overtime every day, Novelin. Ako, siguro makatulad din Novelin. Sino ba katulad din Novelin na madalas nag-overtime? Patayuan natin ng rebulto sa labas ng building. Sige. Ah, yung mga madalas nag-overtime na malapit na maging santo ng prayer center. Siguro suggestion ko, pagawa na ng mga rebulto tabi-tabi mga ulo nila sa labas o kaya sa hallway. No, ayan yung mga heroes ng ministry. So, hindi ko sinasuggest na laging laging gano'n na always say yes kasi kung minsan may mga na-compromise. Kung minsan naman, healthy boundaries means contextualizing yung pagpo-postpone o pag-delay natin. So minsan, may mga bagay na pwede tayong i-delay muna, hindi yes na yes ka palagi o laging dine-delay. And sometimes naman, kailangan din siyang gawin. It can be later na to. No, kaya marang bukas na to, hindi naman to urgent. Pero hindi ibig sabihin ito ay procrastination. It's just that meron kang priority din, meron kang alam mo na kailangan ng mas urgent attention other than the other thing na nakikipag-wrestle pa, nakikipag-compete pa. Okay, pangatlo sa healthy boundaries, it's okay to walk away. My friends, iba ang choosing battles. Yeah, Angel, tama. Walk away is different from walk out, ha? Ang walk out, ito yung pa-diva pa-importante o parang paano, yung papampam, no, ng mga personality. Hindi ba? Nakala mo, sige. Sige, pwedeng i-chat, no? So ang walk away, ibig sabihin, because there are tensions, I mean, nagbi-build yung mga uncomfortability, um, because of some factors, pero babalik ka din. Yun ang walk away. Hindi mo tinatakas, hindi mo inaalis ang isang professional commitment. Okay? Ang walk out naman, talagang ano ka, aalis ka na, no? Talagang hindi ka na babalik, no? Kasama rin sa healthy boundaries yung time management and organizing the routine. Kasi, sabi ng Psychological Association of the Philippines, yun, totoo Mayumi, pagdi-distance sa mga toxic, pero hindi ibig sabihin, yung talagang, na-cut off na, no? Ano lang, yung i-regulate yung exposure, Mayumi, no? That's distancing, regulating the exposure to people na alam mo nagiging threat sa iyong functionality at mental health. Retreat, sabi nung isa, no? A little retreat, daily retreat, very good. Distansya amiga sa mga nagda-drive, no? O sabi ng Psychological Association of the Philippines, you and I are supposed to develop this habit of writing the things that we need to accomplish per day. Kasi pag wala kang things to do list, wala kang ititik, mag-ano ka, drooling yung tawag sabi ni sa inyo kanina, ano? Cellphone yan, rapid toggling, ganun gagawin yan, TikTok ng TikTok. Kaya this will give you a sense of completion at achievement when you get to realize, ang dami ko palang na-accomplish per day. Ako ultimo sa pagdidilig ng halaman at pagsisend ng files, sinusulat ko yon. Ultimo ko minsan yung pagkukusot ng mga binabad kong puti. It has to have to find its place sa aking things to do per day kasi alam ko na hindi ako nagsayang ng oras at hindi ako nagwaldas, no? And then kasama po sa work-life balance yung tinatawag nating compartmentalization. When you look at the screen, na there are different boxes, para mga different drawers siya, ano? Parang those boxes and spaces actually ay represent the important aspects, our values, the things that we care about no sa life, personal, health, relationship, community, family, a loved one who is sick, no time with friends or commitments at church, or professional work sa CBN Asia, and something else, no? Compartmentalization is that yung there is a time for everything, even sabi ng Ecclesiastes, and you know how to budget, you know how to spend and allot time. Kaya sino po sa inyo magsabi diyan? Sino sa inyo nagki-keep ng journal o planner? Na it's almost impossible to live your lives without planners or mga scheduler. Yon, Elisa. Sino pa? Yung mga talagang second to your Bible na ay planner, scheduler, ganyan. Carissa, you have. Sino pa yung Doreen? Meron. David Samar, meron. Si Joanna, Rafael, meron. Jay. Sino pa yung talagang imposible na magtuloy tayo sa buhay? Z, no? Junie Ann. Paul, not me. Sige, fine. Then, sa cellphone kasi minsan yung iba, to-do list. It's very, very important. No, kasi parang makita mo doon na mag-aalat ka ng oras sa mga importanteng commitments at mga task, no, responsibilities mo. Ang tawag dyan ay compartmentalization. No, hindi ka nilalamon ng sorry sa word ha, if I may be a little brutal, no? Google Calendar, Dewey, yan yung mga gusto ko yung mga medyo techy na no? Yung mga advanced na totoo yun, we have to make sense, no? Let us refrain or realize the boundaries if kung tayo ay overwhelmed at nilalamon na talaga ng trabaho o kung minsan naman relasyon, di ba, hibang na hibang, may mga taong ganun kaya may problema sila sa compartmentalization, hibang na hibang, no, sa isang bagay, sa isang kaya hindi na sila imbalance, walang equilibrium, no? Hibang sa relasyon. Totoo 'yun, may mga ganyan ako mga kliyente. Kaya minsan din naman minsan man yung pagsasarili, no? Hibang na hibang sa pagpapaganda at pag-gym, eyelash extension, tis-tis ng kilay, lahat na yata ng facial para sa serum, tsaka diamond pill ay talagang ginawa na-dwindle na to-tweak na yung pagbabudget kasi hindi marunong mag-compartmentalize. and many other things. Anyways, yung reframe of veneers, oh, wala naman pinapatamaan yan, ano? O, kaya si Rafael hindi nag-gym. O, hail be to you. Oy, ang pag-gym, sabihin ko mamaya, hindi siya basta pang, pang Instagram o SOCMED, ano? But bahagi ng mental, ano yan, mental health programming. Okay, safeguard ng sabon. Sige, pati sa mukha, hindi ba harsh tayo sa mukha, John Leon Show? Medyo ano yan, nakaka-dry yata yun. But sa may serum, no? Wow, promote. Okay. Ito yung reframing, ano, parang reframing is a good psychological term na kung minsan your eyes will be trained to see and to identify what is good and God honoring, what is pleasurable. Okay? Reframing is a psychological invitation that even in bad situations, may mga silver lining, may mga good things na posibleng mangyari, may mga transformation, mayroong mga handprint si God na hindi man instantly nakikita, pero there may be. Hindi ba? So instead of looking at the big picture, halimbawa sa pinili kong image na yan, no? Ang nakita natin diyan ay hina-highlight ng tao yung portion na may tubig din, na meron parang there's a, hindi na pala siya parang mga pointy na mga mountain peaks, no? But in the middle of that ay merong isang lake that gives a sense of therapy and calmness. Hindi ba? Sa trabaho natin, CBN Asia, gusto kong sabihin natin ito na tingnan natin ito na find ways how to see the beauty in our day-to-day stresses, day-to-day mga pressures at mga anxiety-laden situation that depletes all of our being, no? So, maghanap tayo ngayon ng mga ganyan mga capacity that should be trained, no? Na develop in our system. Halimbawa, may isang event, may nagsabi na sabi ng boss ay, oh, we need to talk. See you in 5 minutes. Oh, OMG, no? Fire na ba ako? Masisante na ba ako? May memo na ba ako? Wala na ba akong trabaho? Tapos, ang nangyari ngayon dyan, pagkatapos ng 5 hours na yan, siya ay kinabahan, nagpanik, nag-isip na siya ng pinakamalang mga sitwasyon. Pero halimbawa naman, kung ang sa reframing niyan ay, let's say, para sabi ng boss, oh, we need to talk, see you in 5 hours. Okay? No, sabi niya, oh, perhaps baka bibigyan ako ng compliment, sana all, o baka bibigyan ako ng commendation ni boss o ni coach, for example, ano? So yung 5 hours na yon, instead of being overwhelmed and drowned with too much pessimism at mga anxiety, ay napalitan siya ng excitement, no? At saka parang mga motivation. So, ano yan? Kilala niyo si Socrates, di ba, my friends? Kilala niyo siya? Yung, di ba, ang kanyang teacher ay si Plato, Socrates, tapos, yun natin yun, philosopher. At tropa niyan. Oh, sige, oh, di good. Di ba, no? Ayan. Kaka-text mo siya. Very good naman. I hope he's doing fine, ano? Alam niyo ba ni si Socrates na nakapag-asawa ng isang babaeng bungangera? O yun. O FYI, nakapag-asawa siya ng babae na nagger. No, no, isipin ng unfortunate na ang pangalan niya po ay Santipe. Um, tinanong daw di umano si Socrates, parang in the course of your life being a philosopher, no, investing in shaping and molding the minds of the people, younger than you, what would you consider as the most challenging or the difficulties, no, of your life in general? Sabi niya, yeah, number one, sabi niya, I'm having difficulties with language. O, can you imagine, this is Socrates, ha? Sabi niya may problema siya sa pag-aaral ng wika, lengguwahe. Pangalawa, sabi niya may problema ako sa financial management, no, because philosophers, they often they like engaging, talking, no, talking to people. Parang hindi naman siya call center, kaya parang a phone counselor, pero his business is into engaging, investing, developing, motivating, no, people. Pangatlo, sabi niya, the third biggest problem of my life is to be married to someone who is a nagger, who talks a lot. Sabi niya, yung una, sabi niya, language, sabi niya, I realize that what I need to do is to actually be very diligent in studying and memorizing kahit matanda na ako. Doon naman, sa abject poverty and financial difficulties, I will have to learn how to be frugal, no? Magkakat ako ng lifestyle. Hindi ako masyadong magiging ambitious or parang masyadong capricious, no? Na lahat ng gusto ko ay pagbibigyan ko. Sabi niya, yung pangatlo, the problem with having a bungangero wife, sabi niya, even now, even before I die, I do not know, sabi niya, if I have resolution to that. So isang hapon, isang Saturday afternoon, lazy afternoon, while Socrates was teaching, actually, no? And then yung kanyang wife, si Xantippe pala, was actually instructing him na magigib ng tubig to get some water, to fetch water. But apparently, Socrates was very busy, no, though attending to his mentees, so kanyang mga disciples, so kanyang mga estudyante. After about second or third time that Xantippe was repeating the instruction, na-pissed off, no? Nagalit. Kinuha niya ngayon yung isang timba na puno ng malamig na tubig, and while Socrates was sitting, no, so the students, ibinuhos niya ang maraming tubig na ito mula ulo hanggang sa daloy sa katawan, na basa ang katawan at damit ni Socrates, no, that really embarrassed him in front of his students. Tapos yung mga estudyante na nagulat, talagang shock na shock talaga sila. Wow, how can this parang how can this wife, no, parang shame or parang embarrass yung nung her beloved husband in front of the students. Pissed off, ano? Alam mo, talagang Socrates remained to be silent. Hinawi niya yung kanyang buhok hanggang sa kanyang balbas, at talagang basang-basa out of shame. Tapos and then he wiped yung mga remaining water sa kanyang mga mukha, and then he said, no, students, sabi niya, hindi ba marapat lamang na pagkatapos, sabi niya, no, ng malakas na dagundong ng kulog, susundan nito ng malakas na buhos ng ulan? Ito sa philosophical response na ginawa ng kanyang asawa. Hindi ba't pagkatapos ng malalakas na kulog, susundan nito ng malakas na buhos ng ulan? Na para bagang sa ugong ng kanyang asawa na nakakarindi, sabi niya, expect mo, sabi niya, nauulan pagkatapos. It is a philosophical, and then the students clapped, no? Parang Socrates, out of wisdom, was able to divert the shame and embarrassment, no? Ang tawag din na reframing. Instead of focusing on the shame, the embarrassment, no, he diverted that the scenario with wisdom, that's the reality of life. No, sometimes acceptance, but sometimes looking at it in a different perspective. Di ba? That's reframing. Classic example ng divert the scenario with wisdom. Thank you. Now, Pastor Archie now will shift to self-care and coping styles, especially contextualized sa atin na mga peer counselors. Okay. This is my commitment as a pastor and as a Filipino counselor na to reiterate that sa Filipino psychology, no, nawala po ito sa sa European. Hindi lahat ito ay present sa European style of helping. Especially, I have been coming to and fro sa Italy at na-realize ko na meron tayo nito. Number one, sa mental wellness ay yung gaan. No? My friends, anong kabaliktaran ng gaan? Getay. What is the opposite of gaan? Bigat. Very good. So I knew maganda ay nasagot niyo po yan. No? Ang buhay natin kung minsan ay mabigat, may mga pasanin tayo. Tama o tama? Bigat, di ba? Ang buhay natin kung minsan mabigat, may mga pasanin tayo, pero sa mental wellness, mental health, we will find way, sabi ng Bangko de Oro, na makaranas tayo ng gaan. Pangalawang G ay ginhawa. Anong opposite ng ginhawa? What is the opposite of ginhawa? Hirap. Very good. Ayan, alam nyo. Dusa, hindi ba? Ayan, dusa. Suffering. Very good. Rona Ilagan. Pighati. Very good. Darlene. Ayan, di ba? So very tayo. Kung minsan, buhay ay mahirap, pataas ang presyo ng mabilihin, ng gasolina, ang magkano LPG nyo ngayon, ang mga fiesta nyo, di ba? Magugulat kayo, times 2. Di ba? Big break, di ba? Dami. So, sa buhay na puno ng dusa at paghihirap, iisip tayo ng paraan para makaranas sa ng ginhawa o relief. Note ha? Relief. Ano pa? Baboy cut. In fairness, ang daming smart sa inyo, ha? CBN Asia should be thankful for having such people na may humor pa din. At hindi lang basta humor, intelligent humor. In fairness to all of you. Hindi ko man kayo nakita in person, konti na lang kilala ko sa inyo, pero I'm glad that that's the way how God balances the workforce in CBN Asia. Pangatlo po ay gana. O sige, ito. Pagalingan to. Anong kabaliktaran ng gana? Umay? Walang gana. Sige nga, tamad, pwede. Sige, sawa, busog. May hinahantay ako, apathy. Rafael. Sige, anong kabaliktaran? Loss of appetite. O in English, no? Social. Apt. Wampakels, boredom. Sige nga. Oh, talagang kulang sa interest. Diet. Pastor Jim talaga, noon ngayon, smart pa rin. Motivated. O sa Tagalog, disinterest, maselan. Galing, sulang sa sustansya, walang gana. Ano, no? Okay, sige. Ang entity, oh my, ay, si Chris, andyan pa rin si Chris, no? Hello. O yan, malnourished. Okay, sawa. Gagaling ha. Sawa. Hindi pala sawa, ano, sawa. Anyways, ang acceptable na ano ng Ghana ay tamlay. O, demotivated. Sino sa magandang demotivated? Demotivation. Demotivated. Actually, the word, walang tumama. Meron yung demotivation. Kaso, in English niya, pagod, pwede rin, coach, no? Pero the word na expected sa Filipino psychologist, tamlay. Kawalan ng sigla. Uninterested, pwede. Nanghihina, pwede rin kasi nga, no? Puyat, no? Unmotivated, na, ay, tumabik, hello. Tamlay. Anyways, ang buhay natin kuminsan ganyan. Sino ba'y kumanta nito na today I don't feel like doing anything? Who said that? Bilis. Bruno Mars. No, yung gagaling basta kantahan Ayun. Oh, Bini. Oh, talaga ba? May Bini ba? Weste? Bruno Mercury. Grabe. Ang smart Ang daming humor Parang, yung ba sa inyo, ang daming tulog kagabi Nakapitong oras ng tulog kaya Gina G Anyways, okay. So, wala pa. So, 'di ba? Today I don't feel like doing. May mga times na ganun tayo, tama o tama, 'di ba? May mga times na ganun. So, in the mental wellness, hahanap tayo ngayon ng ng kaparaanan para bumalik yung gana. My friends, sige nga, hulaan nyo ulit, bilis. Hulaan nyo, ano yung pang-apat na G sa mental wellness? Hulaan nyo lang. Bilang mga Christians. Hulaan nyo. Ganda! Uy! Uy, galing. May nakasagot na. May nakasagot na. Sige na. For the interest of time. Gimmick. Sige nga. Let me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Gimmick. Ganda. Ano pa? Hulaan nyo lang. Jig. Alim to Galing. Pwede. G na G. Gising. Gising. Oo nga naman, di ba? In fairness, alam na alam ko tong batch na to. Go time! Gcash. In fairness, sa inyo lahat. Greatness of God. O sige na, eto na. Gusto. O pwede? I like that. I-evaluate to. Anyway, sige na. May nakasagot na God. You know, go, go, go. No? Rupa May. Ang kaibahan po natin bilang mga Christian helpers, Christian professionals, Christian phone counselors, yung gulo, holistic wellness. Sige, pili ko iba sa inyo, nag-iisip pa ng pang-apat na G, no? Pero kaibahan po natin, hindi pwedeng ma-dismiss o mawala sa equation at picture yung God. Kasi it's impossible to continue this very holistic and God-honoring way of providing therapy and program to people kung wala si God. Otherwise, para lang tayo mga typical psychiatrists and psychologists na kung wala talaga kasama gratefulness, maramo. Very good. So, tandaan po natin yan, Gana, ginhawa, gaan, at God. Sa four things that we need to pay attention to sa holistic mental wellness sa Filipino context. So, okay. Gratitude. Oh, yeah, very good. But may God, may gratitude, no? Ayun, very good, Coach Angel. You appreciate that 4G. Kung may 5G tayo sa ating mga cellphones, may 4G sa mental wellness. Memorize that. Find the ways how to periodically experience gaan, gana, ginhawa, and God with you. Now, ang gagawin po natin ngayon ay parang ito naman yung alliterated proposals nun, how to help ourselves sa mga work-life balance, sa mga periodic stress that's leading to burnout, to spare ourselves from suffering from existential anxiety at depression in the course of time. Number one is normalize. Pag sinabing normalize, ipopropose ko that may tinatawag pala tayong eustress. Okay? Stress, alam na natin yan. Pag tayo ay puyat, pagod, gutom, may problem sa relationship, finances, toxic na katrabaho, tapos ang eustress, in-explore siya ni Richard Lazarus na sabi niya, ang stress ay kasama talaga sa buhay. Ang stress ay kailangan natin na araw-araw kasi it will keep us motivated and challenged in terms of problem solving. At ito ay isang constructive and positive recognition to respond to stress. Stress is important. In other words, because it allows us to be always on our toes and to develop a lot of problem solving and resiliency in the course of time. Kasi, sabi ni Richard Lazarus, to be human is to be stressed. Yan. Hanggat tayo ay tao, you have to accept, maranasan natin yan. But, sa context po ng mental health, i-embrace natin yung eustress. It keeps us alive, very good, and allowing us to cope with daily stress. Very good, Ayan. So, alam niyo na itong eustress. So, pag na-stress kayo, congratulate yourself and tap your shoulder. Congratulations, tao ka, And you may also want to say that to people around you. Kapag tayo na-stress, you learn how to adjust your life, no? Normalization means maybe hindi ako mag-a-adjust sa presyo ng gasolina o sa tension sa Middle East o sa pagtaas. Wala akong magagawa doon. It's so huge. So manapa, ang gagawin ko, ako yung mag-a-adjust sa finances, sa time, tapos sa shifting sa work schedules, o halimbawa ay sa mga katrabaho na parang may personality disorder yata. So pag sabihin kung hindi mo siya ma-regulate kasi pagkat siya ay nagme-meds pala o talagang personality niyan, ikaw yung mag-a-adjust. Ikaw yung medyo gagawa ng mga coping styles to preserve the self. Okay? Pangalawa, nourish the body. No? Normalize, Coach Joanna, no? Because it's part of life. So yung unang N ay sa normalize. Pangalawa, nourish the body. Ang sabi ng Psychological Association of the Philippines, ang tawag dito ay the non-prescriptive medicines. Pag sinabing non-prescriptive, hindi mo kailangan ng reseta para gumanda ang iyong buhay, para makaranas ka ng gaan, gana at ginhawa. O wala muna yung God, mamaya na yun, ano? Pero when you look at the screen, nourishing the body means putting high premium, no? Sa tatlong practice at commitment na ito. Number one, no? Meron kayo dapat regular workout of physical activity. Taas kamay. Sino sa inyo ang may at least isa o dalawa na parang commitment to physical workout, jogging, walking, table tennis, pickleball, basketball, stretching, Zumba? Sino? Ayan, yun. Sige. Dance. Very good. Very good. Walking. Walking and running. Run, run. Oy, wow. Biking, pickleball. O sa shal. Paso gym talaga. Pang mayaman. Mga ano eh. Walking, motor. Sleepwalk? Grabe ah. Going to the parlor regularly. Wow, araw. Ang layo. Siguro yung parlor, mga tipong layo ng Cavite o ano yan, Batangas. Pwede. Surfing, social naman. No, smart na, intelligent pa, mga humorous pa, at mga ano pa, mga sosyalin ng mga batch ngayon. So, walking to the kitchen, no? Tapos kaya texting, no? Power eating. So basically, ano, bakit ko po sinasabi ito? Ang sa lens po ng psychology at therapy, ang physical workout po hindi para paglaki ng muscle o paglit ng mga bilbil, ano? Especially pag tumatanda ng katulad ko na iba sa atin, ano? Actually, ang purpose ng physical workout is to develop a lot of natural dopamines in the brain. Take note ha, ang dopamine is ang neurochemical in the brain at nilalabanan niya yung stress hormones, ang tawag ay cortisol. Skydiving, grabe, online, okay, no? Nandan yun ha, sa study po, lahat po na may mga physical workout, you are actually rewarding yourself with that neurochemical called dopamine. At ito yung lumalaban pagka tayo ay na-stress sapagkat nag-e-escalate ang stress hormones, ang tawag ay cortisol. So the more that we exercise, the more that we force ourselves regularly sa mga workout, the more that we show love to our bodies, and that honors God. That's stewardship. Pangalawa, you have to watch what you eat, my friends. No, alam ko marami bumabagsak dito every time na welcome dopamine. Every time that I do this webinar, no, maraming nagko-confess eh. A lot of people nowadays nag-i-stress eating. No? Sino sa inyo ang guilty na ano, madalas sa Samsung gipsalan o kaya parang ang sweets too much, ito 'yon, ice cream. Ay doon, ang gana nasa pagkain. Sabi ni Darlene, ang iba yung binabalingan ng gana. Pero pagka ano yan, pag nag-blood chem, kapag ka na annual physical examination, pag yun pala, doon lumalabas ang taas na ng sugars, ng salt, ng sodium, tapos ng, di ba? Cholesterol. Ayan. So, my friends, no, for you to enjoy a quality life and prolong, no, yung ating functionality at sense of life, you have to watch what you eat. It's about time. Sisingilin na po talaga tayo niyan. Yeah, yan. To buy chocolate ang mahal. Tapos, anyways, pangatlo po ay alam ko na marami mag-react dito, whether you like it or not, sleep is the most available for some people. Hindi naman sa lahat, na therapy for yourself. Minsan itutulong mo lang talaga, kailangan quality sleep. Yan, ano po yun, sorry na, kaya I take, nag-apologize na ako sa mga graveyard shift at talagang struggle ang pagtulog. Sino po sa inyo actually ang kailangan na mag-take ng melatonin, mga Sleepacil, para lang makatulog? Meron dito, yung talagang, ayun, JB, Teha. Sino pa? Yung mga tipong kailangan ng nagte-take na iba sa inyo. Chamomile. Oh yeah, chamomile tea for some people. Pero yung mga talagang magnesium, right? Oh, yan, narinig ko na rin yan sa kliyente ko. Ayun, 4 hours na lang si Pastor Jim gatas before sleep or parang warm bath, ano? Ang sinasabi ko lang po, extra, fish oil, yeah, really? Oh, yeah. Ang sinasabi po ng mga experts dito, ano, yung mga younger ones, like yung mga millennials, ano, ay mga 7 hours of sleep pa rin. Especially in the Gen Z, 7 hours of sleep. Ano, bilin sana all yung 8 to 9 hours, no? At kailangan quality sleep yan na when you wake up, you feel refreshed and recharged dapat. Yun ang ganyan kasi parang yung adequate sleep ay nagduduplicate ng mga cells in the brain responsible for empathizing, resonating, concentrating and focusing. Kaya yung mga kulang talaga sa tulog, yan yung mga kulang na ng ng capacity to empathize, to cry, to resonate, no, na nagiging sabaw at lutang. No offense, sinasabi ko lang kailangan meron tayong personal commitment to receive or get a good recharging sleep. No, sabi kasi niya ng PAP. Ayun. Pangatlo po ay nurture safe connections, no? Nurture safe connections ay is a kind of interpersonal commitment with your fellow coaches, mga prayer counselors, at maybe sa family yan o sa church, no? Na you know that they are there, hindi pa sila kinukuha ni Lord at hindi perfect pero you try to make sense of the realization at least they're there. At hindi naman laging nag-uusap, nagsasabihan ng I love you, but their presence means a lot. Yun po ay sa lens po ng strategic play therapy. No, yun yung parang as long as may husband or may apo, may mother-in-law, nandyan sila, I'm thankful na, ganon. Tapos sinabi ko na rin po kanina, yung walk away. Kasi kung minsan, di ba, may mga tensions, do not walk out ha. You may want to walk away, tas babalik ka din. No, just breathe, no? Lalayo ka ng konti, pero babalik ka din. Ang proposal ko po dito, sinasang-ayunan to kilala niyo siguro si Francis Kong, hindi ba? Yung kanyang book na Family Matters, o yung Fight or Flight. Tama yung Rafael, ano? So ang sinasabi niya rito, develop nurturing connections, eat together. Kumain po kayo na magkakasama kasi meron pala siyang therapeutic effect kapag when members of the family, when friends, when fellow phone counselors would schedule every payday, no, a time to eat together. Vikings. At make sure na yung Vikings, parang hindi, kasi syempre talagang lamon, sorry sa word, lamon talaga yan, eh. No, 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 forgive me for that term, Yung talagang, give in, no? Um, yung Family Matters is a way to promote na something magical happens when family members and fellow workmates eat together. Kasi ang tawag doon ay intersubjectivity. Kasi pala yung ating mga muscles in the body ay relaxed. And the only muscles that at work ay yung ating mga jaw, yung ating mga mouth, and then later on digestive system. So, i-maximize natin yung time na yan na nagkumakain at nagkumo-connect, and especially when we look at each other's eye, may pleasure, psychological pala yun, pleasure, ang sarap ng sushi, ang sarap ng sabaw sa Vikings, o kaya yung salad, hindi ba? Tapos ito, ang linamnam ng chicken curry, hindi ba? And when you look in each other's eyes, may pleasure, so you remember that feeling. So it connects people. Bahagi pala siya ng, however, minsan ay medyo lang, na expensive, pero hindi naman palagi. Minsan lang yan, mga tusok-tusok sa kanto, hindi ba? Yung tumutuloy halimbawa yung sabaw ng fishball o ng chicken dito sa dilid ng bibig na nagkatinginan kayo at nagtatawanan kayo. So something magical happens. At ang proposal po ng mga eksperto rito, when you eat together, refrain from gossiping, refrain from talking yung mga negativity. Kasi it hampers o parang it gets into the way of that psychological connection. Yung tawag the intersubjectivity. Okay? Remember that. No? No, no negativities pag kumakain hanggat maaari. No work-related pwede rin, oo. I agree with that. Kung kaya nang wala mo ng trabaho, parang yung walang toxicity kasi it will really rob the blessings or the good implication of the activity itself. And then may tinatawag din tayong safe spaces. Counselors need counselors. Tama o tama? Tayo kailangan natin ng periodic na help from people who can listen to us. Ayan, tama yan. Kasi hindi naman tayo superheroes. Ang tawag sa mga tayo yung mga safe spaces o safe connections. Kumbaga sa cellphone, sila yung mga social chargers natin. It's good to be with these people. Pwede kang mag-rant, hindi naman kinakailangan magmura. Pwede kang magalit, you can be yourself. No, you cannot fill from an empty cup, ano? Tama 'yun. Very good. Pag puno ka na, sagad ka na, meron tayong mga go-to persons, 'di ba? Na pagka being with them, you feel like you are being in a parang may nasa therapy ka. Walang judgment, pure listening, mina-accommodate ka, and you realize you're not alone. Some people are willing to spend time with you over a cup of coffee or ramen, nalalabasan ng sama ng loob, nakukwento, hindi ka hinuhusgahan. You can be you kasi kailangan talagang ma-release yun. Kasi not all people have the luxury or budget to see a professional counselor, hindi ba? So thank God for some people na meron kayong mga go-to people na parang yan, power hug. Sabi ni Sarah Geronimo, no? O kaya naman ay parang o parang mga go-to people na can be very helpful for you. Kasi connections, alam niyo bang si Alfred Adler, ang tingin po niya dito ay not all people who come to see psychologists and psychiatrists are actually problematic per se. O wag na muna psychiatrists, counselors na lamang. So actually sabi niya, this pool of people, actually, tawag sa kanila yung mga group of discouraged individuals. Bakit? Ano yan? So what do discouraged people need? Encouragement. Sabi niya, it's almost exciting to imagine a workplace na punong-puno ng mga tao may commitment to encourage, comment, to praise, no, to acknowledge yung mga efforts at yung mga trying times ng mga kapwa mga kamanggagawa din, no? Kasi 'di ba si Paul din, naalala nyo, isa sa mga kanyang yung First Thessalonians, kauna-unahang letter epistle niya ito. Sabi niya sa mga struggling, socially ostracized church in Thessalonica, sabi niya, one thing you should remember, keep encouraging and building each others up. Kasi sabi niya, mahirap ang buhay. No bad mouthing, sabi nga ni Rona, or refrain from doing that. Sabi niya, you are supposed to practice the gift of encouragement and uplifting one another. Sabi niya, it will replenish yung sense of joy and purpose, therapeutic connection, especially during times of difficulties. Dapat commitment yon. Instead of being critical, instead of fault finding, although fault is fault, kailangan talagang i-correct yun, but it has to be done with love, delivered with love. Kaya may tinatawag tayong Adlerian therapy. The gift of encouragement should be practiced dito sa CBN Asia Prayer Center. Number 4, navigate, yun, kumusta ka? Pero sa alam po, Paul John, Magnaye, yung kumusta ka should be followed with a more specific question. No, kasi kumusta ka? Okay lang, hindi okay. So the second question should be more specific accordingly, So number 4, navigate creative therapies. Ito naman, hahanap daw tayo ng mga pagkakataon para makaranas ng sense of entertainment saka amusement. So okay lang pala mag-TikTok, manood ng mga funny movies, kaya parang yung mga no-brainer na mga films. At tayo mga Pilipino, maliban sa ating pagiging hospitable, kilala po tayo bilang resilient tsaka madiscarding lahi. Di ba nawala ito sa Europe kasi sa Europe and then even sa Japan ang default ay suicide. Di ba self-harm? Di ba tayo pakipagkwentuhan, makipaghalakhakan, minsan yung mga little bullying on the side. Parang find ways how to to engage you more. No, happy hormones, endorphins, hindi ba? Ayan, kaya even sa mga kliyente ng mga psychiatrists ay nagbibigay sila tinatawag na happy pill. Nang epekto nila, lagi nakatao, mataas ang spirit ng isang may psychosis. Photography can also be one. Very good. Singing and cooking, very good. Therapy. Expression, very good, Jen. Expression is a cure for depression. One of the cure, di ba? You get to eating, yeah, especially kung healthy naman at hindi naman hindi binge eating, Isang example po dito ay concert sa CR, pwede rin. At least kung wala sa tono, wala sa timing, walang mabubulahaw. Tsaka forest bath, wow, what's that? Nature trip, definitely. O yan, nasa screen nga din natin. Alam nyo ba na ang pinaka-therapeutic sa mata natin ay kulay luntian o berde? Ayan, being with nature. So the more that we expose our bodies and our eyes where there are greeneries, may therapeutic effect sa atin yan. Sino sa inyong nagsusulat ng mga pinopost? Very good. Sino sa inyo ang mahilig sa nature, mga nature tripping, o mga puno, halaman, plantito, plantita? Outing na ba ito? Why not? Sino ba yung ating kakausapin dyan? Ayun, hiking, say greens, mountains, ganyan, rivers, where there are greens and pickleball talaga, Doon kayo mag-pickleball sa mga parke, Ayan, especially kung may mga morning sunlight, yung vitamin D. Alam niyo yung mga depressed, pansinin niyo sa mga geriatrics, sa mga hospitals, yung mga early morning sunshine ay ini-expose nila yung mga naka-wheelchair na yung mga depression, na mayroong mga anxiety, bahagi ng kanilang ano yan. Kasi yun ay mga pre-provisions from our Creator, the greens and the sunshine. Importante yan to still breathe, to enjoy life, to get to embrace the new day, sunbathing, beach, oh yeah, pwede beach therapy. JB, ano, wala sa screen to pero tayo ay merong special connections to water. Kaya pala parang tayo, kahit di tayo marunong lumangoy, kapag tayo nasa ilog, batis, dalampasigan, sa mga talon, for example, meron kagad refreshing effect yon. Vitamin C, sabi ni Cheryl Calayag, oo, meron siyang healing effect. O outing na tayo, o outing na siguro, mag-organize na kayo, no? Kaso sige, ako muna yung sasagot sa mga tawag na mga sa magpapa-counsel online. Sige, no, sarap siguro mangarap, no? Let's go do, sabi ni ano. Okay, isa pa. Di ko po alam if this is applicable for everyone. Kayo po nagte-take ng mga calls na ano, na mga very sunod-sunod, mga obscene calls at mga yung mga taking mga suicidal issues at mga depressed at yung mga harming the self, ano. Ang sabi ng mga nutritional psychiatrists, when you feel like there are abnormalities in the body, put a little tipak of ice inside your mouth kung may chance lang din naman. So it will cool down the mouth kasi ang cooling down of that ice inside the mouth will parang calm, regulate at minsan ice cream yan for some people, no? Pagsasend yan ng cooling at calming effect sa brain na nagpapanik at the tense kasi nahihirapang i-process yung isang difficult calls. O, can be calmer. Kasi siguro dyan sa office, ano, yung mga nasa office base, ano, magbumili ka ng maraming ice cubes, yung lagayan talaga ng mga, ano, parang kung minsan-minsan nilalagay. O kaya minsan yung binibili sa mga, nasa baso ninyo, pag binili yung iced coffee, ano, meron doon palagi nakaabang. Tapos cold. Kung minsan ay talagang hindi biyelo dahil bawa may damages, nangingilo, no, pwedeng cold water. Can ano, parang to calm down, regulate the system. At sabi naman ng mga neuroscientists, no, ay pwedeng gawin yung deep breathing, yung strategic deep breathing. Kasi kailangan mo lamang ng 70 segundo o 1 minute and a half to calm down, pakalmahin ng mga sali na nagpalpitate kasi you just had a very difficult call. O parang ikaw nagalit sa'yo, na sa'yo nakapag-rant, and what do you do? No? You have to immediately resolve to nervous system reset. Di ba? Punong-puno ka na, 100%. You will have to go back to zero. At kailangan natin yan ay yung to pause and breathe, no, and to hindi lang basta paghinga, no. Ang ginagawa ng mga neuroscientists yung strategic breathing. Halimbawa, kami po sa Amara yung 6-5-9 breathing technique. Yung 6-5-9, mga segundo po yan. Yung unang 6 na segundo, alam niyo kung paano ito ba? 1, 2, 3. Yung first 6 seconds, dire-diretso tayong hihinga na hindi dapat gagalaw yung balikat kasi wala naman kayong mga hika, no? So humihinga po kayo, dire-diretso, nag-expand ang rib cage, ang ating mga diaphragm, tuloy-tuloy ang 6 seconds. And then for the next 5 seconds, you hold the air inside your body. No? Pwede bloated, no? 5 seconds. And then yung remaining 9 seconds, dahan-dahan mo siyang i-release. Dahan-dahan. Pwedeng 7 seconds lang. For some people who have difficulties, no, regulating the air. Pero sa mga kumakanta, may mga singers ba dyan, mga choral experience, you know that you can go beyond 9. Di ba? Alam niyo yan. Okay? So gagawin mo siya, sabi ng mga expert, wow, ehem daw. Meron daw may singer dito. Gagawin mo siya ng 3 to 5 times whenever you encounter a difficult call or you palpitated or you responded with so much emotion after taking a call. Okay? So sample daw, no? Jessie, ano? Ayan. So, kung minsan may tinatawag din po tayong psychological breathing, no? Yung parang hihinga ka ng malalim, tapos sundan na pa. Tapos, yan. Yung hihinga ka ng malalim, nag-expand ka, parang yung elasticity ng iyong katawan, pero may itutodo ka pa. Yung talagang make sure na bubuka yung mga passage ng mga hangin dyan. Kasi talagang nag-tighten yun na-stretch yun na-tense yun okay? So, they have to do that 3 times to 5 times at least. So, after taking a very difficult call. Okay, even sa pag mga tense feel, magpipreach ka, kakanta ka, magpe-present ka, kakausapin ka. Okay. Now, other helpful tips, no? Use affirmations, no? Okay. Pwede kang magsi-CR ka, for example, hindi ba? Pag nagsi-CR ka, na tumingin sa salamin, you're doing a good job. You're doing it great. Kaya mo to. Parang, thank you for thank God for his wonderful creation, no? A person who is a work under progress, a person who's a recipient of God's grace and healing and mercy. Di ba? Ayan. So mga ano yan, mga affirmation to the self. Pangalawa, may mga desk po kayo sa ano, 'di ba? May mga booth at mga desk kayo, tama ba? Sa pag nasa na on-site kayo, tama?
Kung na
Di ba
nga
meron
daw,
kayo na,
may delivery na wala sa isip ko. Pasensya na.
so yes daw, meron daw sila. Ang suggestion po namin diyan para medyo ano, ang mga workstation, Paul Jan, thank you ano. Um I assume some of you may mga family ano na, mga families na ano, may family picture kayo diyan naka-frame, tama? Tama o tama? So, motivation 'yon. Ang suggestion naman din po namin, tama, sabi ni ano, JB ano, minsan may verse din, may favorite verse kayo diyan, o kaya pa nakalagay diyan, nakikita mo pa rin, family in the picture. Ang ginagawa naman ng iba po kilala ko, ano, meron silang favorite scent. Halimbawa, a vanilla lavender. Ayun, o kaya, o sige, sino sa inyo ang necessity na ang ointment? Mga ano, tawag dito, mga, ano, ano, sino dyan na necessity na? Scented candle. Ayun, katingko, very good. Mga 30, mga 40, white flower na hindi kayo pwedeng makalabas ng bahay na wala ang cellphone, wala ang susi, at ang katingko, yung mga paraphernalias. Ayan. Kaway-kaway sa ating mga 40, 30 na pang ano yan, pag nasa masisikip na lugar, palpitating, meron siyang healing effect. Na pag naamoy natin yun, we go back to our senses, the concept of therapy and calmness. Betet, betet. Oh, grabe. Meron nga pala niyan. Meron din kami yan sa bahay, pero ngayon, social, na nabibili ng pack na, no? Na mga katingko package. So, yan. Meron dapat nakabulisan yan. Alam niyo po bang yung even yung chewing gum ay, of course, when you're not taking calls, alam niyo po bang ang chewing gum nirecommend din po ng mga ano, mga nutritional psychiatrist? Tiger balm, yeah, pay pa ako for some people, very good ano pa for the throat, no? Ang chewing gum po kasi tumutulong sa atin na mag-salivate. Sa Tagalog, maglaway. Kasi pag tayo po pala in at tense, may kausap, nagagalit, may strong emotions, without you realizing it, nagdadry up ang ating mga salivary glands, nagsasara siya. So that gives us a sense of panic, no? Tension to the brain. So the only one good way, maliban sa a little cold object inside our mouth, na kadalasan na yellow, ay chewing gum. No? Kinakagat yung nail, hindi chewable yung nail eh. Kailangan yung may movement, no? At yung sweetness na yun, tsaka yung movement will force the gums and salivary glands to open so that will be normalized. Pwede rin. Pwede rin, no? Tapos pwede rin po kayo magkaroon ng mandatory, no, after each call, tatayo ka, lalakad ka. No? Ayun yung silent, nga. Wag during calls, definitely not during calls kasi ano yun, nakaka-disgrace, no? Mandatory break, tatayo ka after each call, walk a little, silip sa bintana, o kalabitin yung katabi, no? Kikilitiin ng konti sa tagiliran kung ka-vibes mo naman yan. Pero yung mga may touch issue, wag ha. So, ganoon. Tapos, pwedeng stretching din, ano, sa taas, sa gilid, yung konting turn, tapos a little bit squatting, no, ganyan. Tapos water therapy, especially kung cold. Madali po siya actually, ano, pero if some of these things, if not all, will be done periodically, ay you'll get by, no? Lalo yung amoy, no? May diffuser ba kayo sa ano, sa mga workstations nyo? O may nagbebenta na yata, ano? May mga diffusers, meron. Kasi ano yun eh, yung vanilla, kung lahat naman ay okay, oil burner, very good. Kasi ano yan, merong calming effect to the brain, especially if all of you like the scent. Young Livy, oh yeah. Bamboo scent, I also like that, Earthy. I also like that. Singer ka na, pareho pa tayo ng ano, na scent sa bahay. Ako, yun ang ginagamit ko rito actually. So, you know what I'm talking about. O ito, someone mentioned about grounding, di ba? May nagsabi niyan kanina, grounding. Pwedeng 3-3-3, pwedeng, hindi, sino ba nagsabi na ano, may choral experience? O someone else na kaya ng mga longer than 9 seconds na breathing out, no, yung exhalation. Mga singer yan kadalasan. Bini Ersi. Okay. Oh, alam niyo naman yung ano ng grounding, hindi ba? Yung 3-3-3, 5-5-5, na every now and then, especially when you take difficult calls, yung identify ka ng mga tatlong bagay na nakikita mo, tatlong bagay na nasasala, tatlong bagay na naamoy, o hindi man nilalasahan. That's grounding, allowing you to be there right here and right now sa yung current situation, no? Parang be present, no? Look around, be attuned, be aware of where you are. Kung minsan naman, ginagawa din po natin yung 80-20 rule. Tingnan niyo ito. Kaya mga nagka-phone calls, no? Sa 80-20 rule, nire-remind pa tayo nito na it's okay that you recognize that 80% of the duration of the calls ay spent sa nagsasalita kasi mag-rant sila magkukwento, no? Gagamit lang po tayo ng mga yung 20% na may babanggitin ako mamaya dyan. Ayun, sampuan dyan yung minimal encouragers. Ano yan, sa counseling, bahagi po ito ng following skills, no? Again, 20% lang tayo, hindi ba? We don't do the talking much, but we do taking the listening, no? Hindi lang hearing, listening, kasi kailangan nila mag-grant lang. Yung minimal encourager sa following skill namin sa counseling, gumagamit tayo, oh, is that so? And then, tapos po, ganun po ba? I see. Yun yung mga one-liner na binabanggit natin para mabuo yung 80% na narrative po nila. Ibig sabihin, sige lang, magkwento po kayo. Hindi tayo driven, no? Roxanne, no? Verbal nods. Yeah, kung yan ay vision, ano, kung ay may ano kayo, may video. Pero kung minsan kasi voice lang talaga yan, conversational responses, thank you coach, no? Yun ay very important to facilitate yung disclosure. Kasi yun ang gusto nila, kailangan may ranting body sila, yung mga callers natin So you don't actually be forced or driven to give counsel. Of course, prayer given na yan, ano? Pero yun ay bahagi po ng facilitation, sabi ng 80-20 rule. And then, pagka after each day, for example, especially to those of you na may mga nasa habit ng journaling, no? It's okay to recognize and name a certain emotion that you felt, emotions kung minsan, plenty of emotions that you felt all throughout the day. I keep a journal with me. I felt blessed, I felt unworthy, I felt no favored, I felt excited, I felt bad, I felt etc. etc. And why did I feel that? Sinusulat ko po yun. Kasi sa atin po, sa counseling at psychotherapy, no, name it to tame it. Name a mood tracker, sabi ni Inalu, no? Name it to tame it. Kailangan, you have to be brutal in acknowledging what is it that I felt. Okay? And then sa counseling din po, phone counseling, may tinatawag, very good, yeah, name it to tame it, Ana, right? May tinatawag din po tayo na tracking skills. Ano yung tracking skill? Kasi kung minsan, namamasyal na yung kwento ng ating ng yung ating kausap, kaya minsan na out of track. 'Di ba yung mga JNT, mga LBC, yung mga delivery, meron mga tracking mga link, no? Parang ganun din tayo. Nasaan na ba tayo? Okay, balik po tayo doon, ate o kuya, sa ating pinag-uusapan. So this happened to you and to your child and to your husband. So what happened next? Yan, what is it that you want? Yan, tipo. So, ibabalik ka doon para hindi mamasyal, no? Maging nasa tamang tayo, isang makabuluhan na pag-uusap. Hindi lang basta parang waste of time at all. Tapos, salamat din ng reflecting skills, no? Si Ate Marivic, no? Malamang by this time, sanay na siya sa reflecting skills. At some of you na mga seasoned na host na counselors na dyan, yung reflecting skills is that you will help your kausap na what is it like for you? Ano yung kanyang ano yung naging dating at impact nito sa kanya? No? Ang hirap ng buhay, no? Buti po kinakaya niyo, mukhang sa pagkukwento niyo po sa akin ay talagang you still find ways o kaya parang nag-i-struggle kayo at humuhugot kayo ng lakasan yung mga anak. So iba-bounce mo yun sa kanya, no? At naiisip niyo po na ganito at you remain to be thankful after all. Iba-bounce mo yon na parang actually hindi nila sinasabi pero imi-mirror mo sa kanila ano yung kanilang mga take-homes, responses sa kanilang presenting situation. No? At isa din dito, bahagi ng perceptive listening. Very good, Coach Angel. That's exactly the word. Perceptive listening, no? So, bahagi ng compartmentalization ay yung don't take it too personally kasi ito ay trabaho, no? While it is important to recognize the empathy, remember yung empathy, pero alam mo na ito ay kanilang issue, ginagamit ka ng Panginoon para maging instrument, and then you exhale it to God. You breathe it to God. And then, pwede po itong gawin. Tawag dito ay debrief, social debrief. You can talk to your seatmate, to go to person, yung social charger natin, to mga run persons natin. But ano nangyari sa calls mo? Hindi naman to breaking the confidentiality, ha? Kasi yung calls, yung feeling ko is, yung mga context sa mga nakausap natin at hindi to isolated case. You process that with your fellow counselors. No, during breaks o parang habang walang tinatanggap, choose your battles, very good, no? It's very, very important. And last but not the least, necessitate professional help. Okay? Ano nga sabi nila? When symptoms persist, what do you say? Kapag halimbawa mataas ng stress, border sa burnout, hindi ka na makatulog, may mga anxiety na at parang leading to dysthymia, walang gana, what do you do? no? Consult your doctor. Very good, Eileen. Ayan, Darlene, etc. Very good. Drink Yakult. Grabe, no? Ano ba yun? Ano yung sinasabi sa Yakult? Yung parang, it's okay, whatever, no? May tagline ng Yakult dyan eh. Kaya, I always have Yakult. Ay, okay ka ba, Chan? Very good, very good, very good. I have adequate supply of Yakult in my ref, just to let you know. I do that every day, Yakult every day. Okay. My friends, if some of you would need further if you have symptoms recurring, mga chronic, no, as I've said kanina, robbing you of joy, no, parang feeling mo ay driven ka na lang by finances o sweldo at you're beginning to lose joy, no? Do not hesitate to raise your hand and say I need help. Talk to professionals, okay? Because it is believed to be the most courageous act of self-care. Okay, kasi kailangan mo ng talk therapy. While it is true, you get to talk to your seatmate, to your fellow counselors about what happened, pero iba pa rin pagka merong professional, merong strategic at parang constructive na mga process during the session, para magawa itong talk therapy. Sinasang-ayunan niya ni Carl Rogers at ni Alfred Adler, whose gift is encouragement. Sabi ni Alfred, kailangan mo ng encouragement, kailangan mo ng pag-accommodation. And then, Rujiran, meaning kailangan mo lang ng isang matinong kausap na hindi ang intention ay para payuhan, bigyan ka ng lecture, but not to normalize, to accommodate, and to acknowledge what is it that you're going through. Ayan, usapang inumin na to. Resaflora, Red Bull daw. Pero pwede pa minsan-minsan, pero hindi laging ganun. Kasi alam niyo naman, yung mataas ang sugar content, tama ba? Tama ba? Even yung mga energy drink, I know, some people do that, pero mga temporary pero hindi, alam niyo, hindi siya palagi, Anyways, last but not the least, give me just a few more minutes and we will end, Ay, yung Monster, oo, isa pang matapang daw yan. Look at this one. Sino niya mahilig sa bulaklak? O energy drinks are not healthy. Totoo, Ersi, Sino niya mahilig sa sunflower? Kung kayo ay galing sa UP, magja-jogging sa UP, alam mo, hudyat na graduation na yan. Okay, alam niyo ba that sunflowers are hyperaccumulators? Oh, interesting, Ang mga sunflowers daw, meron silang kakayahan na higupin, no? Higupin yung mga toxicity ng mga heavy metals from the ground kung saan may mga power plants. May mga gawaan ng mga metals na dinadamage yung mga lupa na hindi na sila tanimable. 'Di ba? Kaya kaya pala itong mga sunflowers, madalas silang nakikitang nakatanim nakapaligid sa mga metal production tsaka sa mga power plants kung saan dinadamage yung surroundings kasi ang purpose pala nila hindi lang to beautify the surroundings but they absorb the toxicity of the ground. Ayan. At alam nyo ba, according to studies, sunflowers reach yung kanilang pinnacle o peak ng kanilang blooming kapag sila tumitingala sa araw, tumitingala sa kalangitan. I guess and I believe you're getting what I'm trying to say, di ba? So yung mga para tayong mga sunflowers pala, no? We listen, accommodate, and receive yung toxicity, yung mga rantings, no? Ng mga tao sa paligid, however difficult. But God, no, is allowing us to be rooted, to be grounded. Every time we look into the sky, every time tayo ay sumasangguni sa Diyos, nagpapasa Diyos, kumukuha tayo ng solar energy from the sky, no, mula sa ating Diyos, so that we get to function best in absorbing the toxicity of the people around us, of the groundings that's always polluted. So let us consider ourselves as sunflowers of our ministries of this of CBN Asia, no? The Lord has been providing all the things that we need para tayo makapag-function. Now, my commitment as a pastor na hindi rin exempted sa toxicity ng ministry life, I always reward myself with what we call Sabbath. Or, in other words, yung contemporary definition to ay the sacred rhythm of rest. Yung sagradong pagbibigay ng pamahinga at boundaries for us to be attuned to God. Ito yung oras para ipikit ang mata. Ito yung oras para huminga. Yung prayer technique, Ito yung oras para maging attuned, to meditate how God has been good and gracious and wisdom-filled. Some people, they listen to audio, to podcast, habang nagda-drive going to Makati or doing a laundry, parang they listen to songs about God that speaks about God's healing power and grace. Iba naman yung nagbabasa, one chapter per night, bahagi na kanilang rhythm to be attuned to God after engaging themselves to whole day's work. So, yan yung mga sagrado. Alam niyo bang ang Sabbath ay imagery, oo, no? Kasama din yan yung mga, what is it like, no? Yung parang sense of peace, no? Sacred means it honors God when we give ourselves respective or daily Sabbath, no? May tinatawag na daily Sabbath, hindi na siya every Sunday. Daily Sabbath means attunement to God and finding way how to recognize His nearness, no? Sabi ng ni Paul sa mga sa mga believers sa Galatia ay especially tayo mga Carlita, no? We have to keep sharing each other's burden, and in this way we obey the law of Christ. No, our work, your work, and my work actually is a helping ministry. And every time we recognize this specialized gift of nakikipasan, nakikinig, nakikidalangin, no, sa mga bigatin, mga pasanin ng iba, ay ano pala, isang kapagtugon nito sa kautusan ni Kristo na pakikipagkapwa sa Filipino context, na pakikidamdam, pakikidalangin, pakikiiyak, pakikitangis, pakikisalamuha. Hindi ba? So sharing each other's burden is something that glorifies God. That's something that fulfills, no, our calling to be Christians na naging salt and light, to be there for people, even those to strangers, di ba? Kasi in context ito, sa context ito ay to fellow believers, kung naalala niyo sa Galatians, ano? Pero sa gospel, ang treatment ni Jesus diyan, to the strangers, so the people you don't know, the orphans, the widow, those who are in jail, di ba? Yung mga walang masyadong pangalan. At sabi rin ni Paul, recommendation niya, ito yung particularity sa grace. Di ba? Yung sa grace that is at work sa atin. Sabi niya 2 Corinthians 12:9, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." Ayan, ito naman, si Paul's particularity sa daily provision of grace that gives us power to listen, to journey, to counsel, to accommodate, to be replenished, to be instruments of God's sacred spaces for people. Kahit tayo ay pumuputok na kung minsan, pero babalik pa rin tayo sa Panginoon, no? And then we get to be replenished with His love, yung ating mga grace tank, di ba? Ano yun, pagpalagay po tayo yung mga gasoline, ano, no? Mga engines, mga machines, no? And we realize that we get to be emptied kung minsan. So you go back to God. Sa iba, love tank. Pero sa atin, grace tank. Grace is something that we give to people who come to us. And God, no, is God's provision for daily grace is sufficient. Hindi lang gas tank, no, grace tank, ano. Dito naman si Henry Nouwen, you know him, di ba? Isang lay Catholic priest, Dutch Catholic priest na who has extensive travels in socio-political issues and therapy. Sabi niya, no, ini-echo niya yung kanyang sinulat na aklat na Wounded Healers was actually inspired by the pennings of Paul sa mga believers sa Corinto naman. Sabi ni Paul, no, God comforts us, no, in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. Yung parang replenishment, no, hindi ba? So for as long as there are people like you who are committed to honoring the Lord in the specialized ministry of doing phone counseling, okay, be assured of this provision of God. The same God who replenishes the comfort that we need, especially kung tayo may mga kanyang issues sa sakit, mahal sa buhay, mga relationship conflicts, mga financial difficulties, may mga personality issues, may mga toxicity, ano, pero we're committed to honor the Lord. Pero ito yung kanyang promise ng God through Apostle Paul, no? God is a God who comforts us because the same quality of comfort that we get to receive, we pass on to the ones who are needful of it. And last but not the least, let me end here, no? Sabi ni Jesus, no? Ito ay very commonly quoted. "Come to me, all of you who are tired and heavily laden, and I will give you rest." Lumapit kayo nasa prayer center na napapagod araw-araw, maraming iniisip, maraming kabigatan, may mga biophysical symptoms, mga issues, no, mga kabigatan, kawalan ng gana, kawalan ng ginhawa, kawalan ng, ano pa isa? Gana, ginhawa, gaan, di ba? Sabi niya, lumapit kayo sa akin, dalihin niyo yung mga kabigatan, yung mga pasanin at mga kahirapan ninyo at bibigyan ko kayo ng kapahingahan. Give me Jesus, in other words, no? And that sense of peace. My friends, listen to this. Alam niyo naman ang context ito. Ibig sabihin, Jesus did not promise na tatanggalin niya yung problema, yung toxicity. Jesus did not promise na babayaran niya yung utang o mariresolve ang isang problem right away. Jesus said, no, whenever you come to me, I will give you that sense of peace, okay? Sense of peace na while you go through and wrestle with the difficulties of your time, of your situation, sabi niya, I am He that gives a sense of rest because I am journeying, I am burdening, with you. And I hope this the psycho-spiritual holistic approaches to mental wellness and wholeness and work-life balance was able to be of help to you to recalibrate, to refresh, no, and to review some of the things that you already know so that we get to honor the Lord and be found faithful sa ating mga respected and specialized ministries as God o as Jesus allows. So thank you very much mga kapatid. Salamat sa inyong very active at engaged na pakikipag-aral, pag-review kasama ko sa umaga ito. May the Lord find pleasure in the way how they could care of all the things that we needed for today for God's greatest glory. God bless you all.